All right, Rodrygo to Arsenal transfer boost. Welcome to the channel known as Rokani Media Football. And in this episode, we're talking about Rodrygo transfer boost to the club of Arsenal. And then we are really hinting onto Theo Hernandez. Here we go, has been really announced. And then Szczesny has gone ahead to sign a new deal at Barcelona for a shocking period of years. Welcome to our beautiful channel, and this is what we do. Second video of the day, and we are here to break it down and we let you know that Arsenal is not seated. So far, Arsenal has gone ahead to sign in 3 players confirmed, but they are still chasing after the following players: Rodrygo, Ebelechi Eze, Moni Madueke, and Masquela Christian from Valencia. We don't know whether they'll obviously get all these deals right, but all we have to let you know is that serious business are going, as the Jamaicans really go ahead and say. Continue to subscribe because we want to hit 22,000 subscribers on this channel, and we want to hit 27,000 right on this channel by the end of this week. Now, sources close to Rodrygo were upset about his lack of involvement in the first Club World Cup games. The arrival of Mastituno could also lead to Rodrygo's role being reduced. It's a situation worth keeping a close eye on. Now, Real Madrid are known in good books with Rodrygo. And to show you that this was really planned earlier, when Ancelotti was told that his job with Real Madrid is no more, guess what he went ahead to do? He went ahead to obviously say bye-bye, and sources from a team known as Real Madrid, their fan pages, spearheaded the talk that Alonso doesn't want Rodrygo. And it wasn't just a rumor. It was from clear-cut sources that have gone ahead, obviously putting a very big shift in there. So, as I tell you, right now, it is reflective into the games that Real Madrid have gone ahead to play. Remember, they played in the group stages and he never really kicked a ball. He just came off the bench, you know. After that, they went ahead to see to it that they went to the round of 16. He never played. He never really started. They went to the round of 8, you know, where they beat Bayern Munich by 3-2. He was not there. And in the semi-final, you don't expect him to start and even get in more minutes. So it's really frustrating for a man known as Rodrygo. And we are also being told that for a man known as Rodrygo, his chances went ahead to shrink or go south to play in Xabi Alonso's starting 11 when Real Madrid went ahead to sign Mastintuno, something of the sort. And he was also playing at the FIFA Club World Cup. And he doesn't have any assurance that he's obviously going to be starting. With the World Cup in the corner, you wouldn't like to really go from a starting position to a bench position. So, Rodrygo is looking to really part ways with the side of Real Madrid. And why am I talking about the boost? It's because Arsenal is one of those teams that are really looking forward to bringing in Rodrygo, a player that I believe is a must-sign for the side of Arsenal, 24 years of age, and is really good. Then Mario Cortegana, obviously works for the Marca, I think. He has told us that Real Madrid and Xabi Alonso are open to Rodrygo leaving this summer. They have agreed the club will not stand in the player's way if a suitable offer is made. So, they are trying to play it smart and really show people that it's not them. It's not them who want to sell the player. That it's the player maybe who wants to leave because he's going to be lacking enough playing time. But we all know a player with the Rodrygo stature and his talent, you can't tell him that he's obviously going to be a bench player at Real Madrid. No way. He's not going to be a bench player at Real Madrid. He will look for all ways to obviously find means of obviously starting in a team. And this is where Arsenal comes in through. And we all admit that Arsenal, as we talk about it, no player can bench Rodrygo at Arsenal. I tell you this. No player can bench Rodrygo because of his skill set, his experience, he's a winner, and he's still young, 24 years of age. And you all note it that he can operate well in the system of Mikel Arteta. And why I think he would have gone here to be the first signing at the club of Arsenal, it's because of what he brings on the table as a player. You know, he will obviously improve all players around them. And I just imagine a midfield of Arsenal having Zubimendi, Odegaard, Declan Rice, then Rodrygo on the left. Do you know how many players that can really hold the ball and really create havoc that you'll be having on the pitch? You understand? So, I think Arsenal want Rodrygo. That's no brainer. You know, everyone knows it, and they're going to hit to engage into some talks about signing Rodrygo. But all in all, we are waiting to see who is going to be playing where and who is going to be signed where. But he's a very good player. And they are calling him for like 70 to 80 million euros. I think he's worth it because if you're going in for unproven players like Victor Gyökeres for that much, then why not cost 70 to 80 million euros for a player known as Rodrygo? And by the way, Arsenal has a very good relationship with Real Madrid when it comes to players. You understand that Arsenal is going to hit obviously get players like Odegaard, Mesut Ozil, Baptista, Ceballos, you know, on loan, some of them on a permanent deal to the club of Arsenal, and they do have a very good language that they've gone ahead to use to communicate and really get business done and dusted. So, for Rodrygo to Arsenal transfer boost, that is it. And on Wednesday, we'll wait to see whether he'll obviously start. But with Kylian Mbappe returning, you obviously understand that his chances to even get onto the pitch are really shrinking left, right, and center. That is it. So, from that, let's obviously go to Theo Hernandez. Another player has gone ahead to go to the Saudi Pro League. And AC Milan has finally let him go. And it's a breaking story. Theo Hernandez to Al Hilal. Here we go. Agreement now being sealed after verbal pact made 2 weeks ago. AC Milan will receive 25 million euros transfer fee as Theo will sign his contract in the upcoming days. New left back for Simon Inzaghi. Now, if you watched Al Hilal knock out Man City, you saw the quality that they really had. And now, Simon Inzaghi is like, I need more quality to beef up my team as I prepare to really try to play into the Saudi Pro League and also play in the Asian Champions League. So that he's the lad known as Theo Hernandez. Good left back. And the manager looks like he wants to add him the likes of Koulibaly, Mitrovic, and Mitrovic, Savic, you understand, and very many other players that have gone here to play there, you understand. So we are waiting to see how that really pans out at that level. But this is what we call the Rokani media football, and he has gone there. And by the way, with the performance of Al Hilal in the FIFA Club World Cup, I think more players are obviously going to be believing to the projects of the Saudi Pro League. And you never know, the Saudi Pro League might turn out to be one of the most lucrative sides that the world of football will ever really get. And obviously see to it that all goes on well as they planned it for Saudi Arabia, because they want to have one of the best leagues in the world by the time they host the World Cup in 2034. You understand? That's their plan, and I don't know whether their plan will come to pass or not. So, it's official that FC Barcelona have confirmed Szczesny signs new deal at Barcelona until June 2027. So, many thought that the contract that Barcelona could offer this guy could go in for just another 12 months, but coming in through to give this guy a contract of that magnitude, I think everyone is really shocked, because most of us would have gone ahead to think that he's not worth it. You understand? Maybe he's worth a 1-year deal, but Barcelona have gone ahead obviously sending a shocker, and they've given the guy a deal worth 2 years. And with Garcia coming in through, Juan Garcia, that's what I'm talking about, with the Tastagen there, you anticipate that a lot will happen. Barcelona took to their website and said the deal, the Polish goalkeeper extends his deal with FC Barcelona for another 2 years. FC Barcelona and player Szczesny have reached an agreement for the extension of his contract, which will tie him to the FIFA club until June 30. The deal comes after a great season from the goalkeeper following his unexpected arrival to cover the unfortunate long-term injury to Mark ter Stegen. Barca needed a keeper and chose Szczesny, who came out of retirement to accept the challenge after having hung his gloves in the summer. The Polish responded by showing he's still one of the best goalkeepers in Europe. Stats that speak for volumes. In 30 appearances, you understand? In 30 appearances for Barcelona in 2024-2025 season, Szczesny kept 14 clean sheets and was never on the losing side in the La Liga. The Polish player's experience and maturity was a great help for coach Hans Flick in a young and inexperienced Barca squad. Impressive CV. The goalkeeper's time at Barcelona is another addition to his impressive career. Szczesny announced his retirement in August 2024. However, Barcelona called him back to football after an admirable career and many achievements. After leaving his hometown of Warsaw at the age of 16 years old, he went on to play for major European sides such as Arsenal, AS Roma, and Juventus, giving him great experience in the continent's top league. More trophies. With the domestic treble at Barcelona in 2024-25, Szczesny has now claimed 14 trophies during his career, with more than 500 appearances, 83 of which have come in the Champions League, and last 8 of which came last season in the Barca shirt. They may well not be his last, with the goalkeeper remaining at the Blaugrana now until 2027. That is it for man known as Wesley Szczesny, and you've heard it all. Now we are waiting to see what your thoughts are about it. Rokani David remains my name. I'm out. Bye-bye.